So that's a good question. That's about the ruling. So it's Saturday morning, April 19th, about 8:30 a.m. The Supreme Court issued a ruling last night this morning, about 1 a.m. East Coast time, preventing the Trump administration from deporting any Venezuelan immigrants under the authority of the Alien Enemies Act, and it applies to a group of like 50 of them that were being held in North Texas. And that's a great question. I saw an interview with Lee Gelernt, Gelernt. He's the lead immigration attorney for the ACLU. He said, we are filing lawsuits in all 90 federal district courts, 90-ish. So they're gonna take the Supreme Court order that applies to North Texas and attach that to motions that they're gonna file in all 90 federal district courts today. Presumably, this Supreme Court decision will be controlling authority in all of those 90 federal district courts. And so it looks like, and the wording of the order that came from the Supreme Court last night is the government is not to remove this group of young Venezuelan men. You are not to remove them from the United States without further order from this court, the Supreme Court. And which I found that to be interesting because that is a direct confrontation with Donald Trump. They're like, you want to take these guys out of the country, you have to come to us. You have to get an order from us. Not a district court, not a circuit court, an appellate court. You have to get an order from us. And so the ACLU is going to attach that order to motions preventing removals of any immigrants under the authority of the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. And they're gonna file that in all 90 district courts across the United States and hopefully shut down Donald Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act for good. Because he's invoking that power improperly. We are not at war. We are not being invaded by another country. And that's the explicit language of that statute. I mean, I did a TikTok on this a few weeks ago. In order to invoke the Alien Enemies Act, it applies if we are at war, which only Congress has the power to declare, or if we are being invaded by another country, another government, not simply an influx of people from one country or another through immigration. It has to be an invasion directed and ordered by a foreign government. And neither of those conditions apply right now. Donald Trump is abusing the power of his office, and he's doing that specifically because he doesn't want to give these guys due process, because he knows that he can't prove individually that all of these guys are members of a gang. They don't have the evidence for that. So he invoked the Alien Enemies Act to circumvent and subvert their constitutional due process rights, which the MAGA chuds are cheering on like, the peanut heads that they are.